It's Kari Mathews of Prairie Quilting, and today we are on our last star of our Land That I Love quilt along. So it's star 10, and it's way down here, last row, okay? And it's a star in a star block. So the pattern is available through my website, prairiequilting.com. If you haven't gotten yours, there's always time to join in. The videos are out there. So the fabrics I used for this, they are Liberty Whites and Celebrate the USA by Kanvas Studio. So those are our background fabrics and our fireworks and stars. And then we have American Valor by Cheryl Haynes, and that's the pretty red star tonal up there. And then we have Red, White, and Sweet by Nicole DeCamp, and that's our gingham and our red or the blue plaid, and then another star print here. Okay, so let's get started. But our question of the day is favorite USA National Park. What is yours? So mine is Yellowstone, hands down. I love all the different things. There's the hot springs, there's the mud pots and the Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone, and the animals. There's just so much to see and do there. So that is my favorite. So I'd love to hear yours, and I'd love to see your block too. So post that on hashtag Land That I Love QAL on Instagram and or here as well, or both places. So, all right, let's get started. All right, for star 10, it's our final star. We are making flying geese 4 at a time. So we're going to be doing 2 different sizes at the same time because the technique is the same. So we'll go ahead. We've got the pretty blue squares, and we're going to go ahead and draw diagonal lines on the back side, the wrong side. And we'll get the red as well. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead. Here's this one goes with the red squares. So we're going to line 2 of these up, okay, in the corners, opposite corners. And I don't know if you can see this, the diagonal line that we drew is going this way. And then we're going to line the other one up on the opposite corner, okay? And the line continues through. So you should have a continuous line, okay? And then we're going to do the same thing with our white square and our blue, okay? So I think you can see that line a little bit better, okay? And then we're gonna go ahead and put this one up in the corner, and the diagonal line goes all the way through, okay? And then now we're gonna go ahead and sew a 1/4 inch from both sides of that line. We'll turn it around and come back the other way. Okay, so we're going to cut on the line. Same with the small one here. And you don't have to worry about the seam allowance because we've already accounted for that. Okay, and to press these, we're going to end up with kind of a heart-shaped unit, and I'm going to press toward the smaller triangles there. Okay, so I went ahead and clipped my corners, and now we're going to go ahead and match up the remaining square, okay, that we drew our diagonal line. So we're going to put that in the corner, and the diagonal line now goes perpendicular to the seam that we sewed, okay? So we'll do that with both of those, and then we'll do the smaller hearts here. Line those up, and our diagonal line goes perpendicular to the seam. Okay, and now if you notice here, we have kind of a W. Our needle is going to just fit real nice in that point and then come out of the other point. and then we'll just turn around and come back the other direction. Okay, so let's go ahead and cut on the line again. Okay, and to press, we're gonna go ahead and press toward the blue, or toward the smaller triangles. Then toward the red. Okay, we'll go ahead and clip our corners. And these nice big ones. Okay, so we have both sets of our flying geese units. So let's go ahead and make the small star next. Okay, so we are making this cute little star in the middle. So let's go ahead and line up our blocks. Get ready to sew our rows. Okay, and my flying geese is a little slightly bigger than this center block. So I'm going to sew with this flying geese on the bottom, and it a lot of times will ease in the fabric for you. All right, so we're going to go connect up the opposite sides now. Okay, and to press, we're going to go away from the flying geese units on all the rows. Okay, so let's connect our rows together now for our little star in the center. This is a star within a star block, so there's a lot of seams on this one. Let's connect the last row, and we will press the star after we get this row connected. Okay, let's press, and I'm going to go ahead and go toward the center block there. Okay, so now we have our cute little center block. I love this block. It's really fun. Let's finish it. Okay, so we have our star, and it's kind of a 9-patch, a very fancy 9-patch. So let's go ahead and just start lining our rows up. Okay, we're going to just make 3 rows now. And this one. Okay. And this one, the flying geese unit is slightly larger, so I'm going to go ahead and sew with that on the bottom, okay? Okay, so let's connect our last blocks in each row. So let's go ahead and go away from the flying geese units. I'm going to press the point that way, and then the other points from the other flying geese, I want to go that way. So I am just making my seam not be all the same direction. And that, if it works for you, it's fine. That's what I've come to the conclusion of it. It's gonna quilt out just fine. It just gives better points if you can go away from those points. So, Okay, so let's connect up our rows. And, you know, I turned that. So on the back side here, I'm going to actually force this nest, okay? Now, if you want to go, you know, completely all the same direction, that is fine. I just personally don't want this bulk all folded over on itself. So this is how I like to do it. But if that makes you uncomfortable, go ahead and do it however makes you comfortable. Same thing, I am forcing that nest, okay? Okay, and here we go. Let's do this last one. And once again, I'm forcing the nest on the back side because of how I pressed it, okay? And same on this side. Okay, and guess what? I'm doing it again. I'm going to press everything but that point. There. So it looks kind of wonky in the middle, but you know what? I just like the results better. So that is what I'm doing. And then when I quilt that, it's just going to be great. No one will ever know but me and you. All right, so we have our alternating blocks here and our star blocks, and we're finished. So we're ready to put them in rows. And so go ahead and alternate those according to the quilt pattern. And I can't wait to see your finished projects. All right, we finished our block. And I'd love to see your version and hear what is your favorite national park and why, too. Post that in our comments here or put it on Instagram, the hashtag Land That I Love QAL. So we'll see you next time and take care.